Good morning and welcome to this recording of the Let's Play on Skogstorp map for Farming Simulator 17. I'm Andy, and today we're going to do some forestry. So a link to this really cool rural harvester you can find in the links. Go and do some harvesting, and then we're gonna bring that over to our. We're gonna maybe sell some of it actually, or show you where to put everything. So 5 meter logs is pretty sufficient. I will go this way. Sorry. Uh, 5 meter log seems pretty good for the forwarder which I'm using. Can't longer than that, then they won't fit. I guess we could probably bring it slightly longer, but since the forwarder has an autoload function, 5 meters seems it's working out pretty good. Can cut these trees down to the biggest ones. It's a good thing about this one compared to, I think FS15 only let you harvest some of the trees. I think pretty much every tree in 17 is harvestable. Well, not maybe there is some trees that are just for show. What is here? So we're gonna just get this, and we're gonna get a pile and bring that out of the forest. So the trees that are, if you look at the trees and they look a little bit like this one, and their branches are high up, and this is a pretty long tree. By the way, I tried the the mod that lets you put X's on the trees, so you can sort of see which ones you're gonna harvest or cut down. But I could never get that to work for me. I don't know why. If it's a mod conflict or something else, but it doesn't work for me. If you follow my channel, you might remember the Kleinham map. Very good map, by the way, if you want to play a good big size map, and if you like forestry. On that map, I did a lot of this, cutting down trees, because it was a really good way of making money. You can make pretty decent amount of money from this too on this map, but I haven't focused much on this. I mostly just harvested so I could make pallets of boardwood pallets, and then I could use those to make pallets of pallets. Sorry, at the pallet factory. I have sold off a bit of lumber, and we'll see if we need to refill our stock with lumber for the boardboards, then we'll do that. Boardboard sounds weird. Might be saying that wrong. Doesn't work. I will see. I think I'll do one more tree, and then we'll get our forward up here, and we'll get that sorted out. One more tree. We'll take this one up here. So the forest part of this map is quite big. I mean, it's not gigantic, not like Kleinhauer. Kleinhauer had a gigantic map, but this is pretty okay. Sorry. I mean, this is a substantial tree forest too. So I mean, I actually tried to plant some more trees, and you can't do that because there's too many trees on it. So there seems to be a limit in FS17 how many trees you can have at one time on a map, and I keep reaching that. So I had the same problem in the Kleinhauer map. If you remember, if you saw it, I don't know if you saw it, that I had too many trees, so I couldn't replant it. And it's the same thing with this one. I can't replant any new trees because basically it's full. These machines are so cool. I really like these. I mean, just I don't think I would want to work with this because I think it gets kind of tedious after a while, but I mean, you do see results of what you're doing. Yeah. Up there is our moonshine, max moonshine. So let's go and get our forwarder, which is down here somewhere. No, it's over here. Sorry, got slightly lost there. Here it is. You can drive this both way. You could drive it this way, or you could turn it around and drive it the other way if you wanted to. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go this way. It has some different camera views if you want that. Mostly try to just get this out since I'm using autoload. Just want to get this out of the way. Oops, sorry. So I think it's on. I'm not really. I keep forgetting which side it is to autoload on. You can only autoload on one side. Could it be this one? Yeah, this one. Then you just press B. It autoloads. Then sometimes that happens. sort it out. And sometimes you drop a little bit of wood. So, get out of the way. This is not probably possible in real life, because that would be really heavy. So you can get up alongside. And I usually load a few logs at a time. Let them settle. Seems to work out best. Well, that's pretty sufficient. So we'll go L as in Lima, and then we get our straps around the whole thing. And then we could drive down. Quite careful. We don't want to flip over. It doesn't flip over very easily, but it helps to be vigilant and not over exaggerate stuff. So we're gonna go off to our mill. We're gonna either turn this into boards, or we're gonna sell it. We'll see. If it's needed in the board section, we'll just unload it there. It doesn't take a lot to do boards. So I think I refilled it a pretty long time ago. I did this at the start of playing this, so probably around 10 hours or so, between 5 and 10 hours ago. When I played around 5 or 10 hours, then I refilled the mill, and I haven't done it since then, and I'm up to like 35 hours or so that's quite a long time ago. This is not the fastest way to do this. I'm sure in real life you would go and unload this at some point, and then you would unload it onto a truck, and then the truck would take it over to. And we could probably do that, but I'm doing it this way. It doesn't. I mean, it's not the fastest way, but it's not the slowest way either. And there's at least one unloading and loading I don't have to do. So the forestry extends quite long here. So if we want to continue to do forestry, that's a pretty good map for this. Oops, sorry. It doesn't have beacons for some reason, which is slightly weird. The tracks on the wheels look weird. Very green. I don't think they would be that green in real life. After you've been used, it would wear off the paint pretty fast. Torp Skog Jord och Skog AB, which means like Torp, Forestry and Earth Incorporated. I think AB is another word for incorporated. AB, the AB means aktiebolag, which means like you have stocks and stuff, and I think that's, not sure, but I think that's what incorporated means. Please let me know if I'm way off here. So let me know so I can learn something. So here we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4 done. That's good. So we're just gonna go and get out. So this is where you drop off the wood that turns into boards. So 60. Actually, we could refill that. Here you have some. That's a lot. We could probably empty that and go sell that. And then we could go in here. To go out here because I wanted to see much. 13,000. So we have a pretty good amount of fuel in there still, so that's good. But we can unload this load here. I don't know if you would drive around with that sort of load on top of it. So I think there is a load side. Oh. No. But how do we change timing? Right side? No, actually we were sorry. Right side. So I think you can unload only on right or left side. So and then B. I think it's. This is not my language. No. Why? The B was loading. Said. Okay, said. And this is really cool for me. You unloads and then slowly they get transported in there. Very slowly. And it doesn't change the value there until they're loaded in there, which takes a little bit of time. So moving along slowly on the rollers there. Actually, this is really cool animated. I mean, see when it gets in there, it will. Start to increase by a little wood lumber thingy. So now you see it's increasing. I don't know what the maximum capacity is. I could probably check that out somewhere. But I think 53, so I have to balance on this one. I think it's in there, and then don't know. See if there, down there it disappears. It's 72. So we had 16. Now we're up to 72. So I mean, this is a. It doesn't take very much to increase this quite a lot. And then this is sufficient to make a whole lot of boards. So that's good. Let's take this back. I wonder when I'll have a a forklift. On the Charleroi map, I used a forklift, Toyota forklift. If you check that out, you'll see the link in the description. I tried it out in this map too, but there were so many forklifts around everywhere. Eventually, so I decided to get rid of them and do something else with the money. But that was kind of cool. Let's see. Going up to the forest to get some more lumber to sell it. I just wanted to show you when you sell it, how much money you get. It's not a huge amount, but it's pretty decent, I think, for the amount of labor you put into lumbering. Of course, the investment of a forwarder and the harvest is quite high, but still you do make a little bit of money of it. It's definitely worth the effort if you want to make it fast and you don't find it too boring. I find it so boring after a while. That's why I don't do it always. I tend to get bored with harvest. I tend to get bored with pretty much everything I do after a while, if I do it repeatedly over and over again. That's why I like Farming Simulator, and why I like in most simulator games you can play. I mean, you can change stuff. If you flight simulators, you could change your plane or change your virtual airline you fly for or something, and that leads to a change, which I find interesting. I don't think I have ADD, but sometimes I do feel like maybe I do have ADD. Anyway, so I find this, I mean, a friend of mine described me sort of like in Asperger term, which is like an autism disorder. I don't have autism, just for the record, but to some degree I think most people have traits that are more towards that or towards other stuff. So I think most people have traits that belong to would be a part of an ADD diagnosis, and most people have traits that belong to an autism spectrum diagnosis. But I mean, I don't have that. Whoa, this is a steep hill. Why did I start talking about this? Yeah, anyway, so I have a friend who once described me as being, she thought I was funny, and asked her, why do you think I'm funny? Because you find something to do, and then you learn everything about it, and then after a while you get tired, and you stop, and you find a new thing, and then you learn everything about that, and then you get tired, and so on and so on. And that pretty much described me, at least at that time. Nowadays it doesn't describe me as, it's not as correct anymore, because how did I get this loaded? Maybe it's the same. Maybe you have to set. Maybe they have to set. Maybe it's okay. So it can actually affect this, which side you load on. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. So if you set it to the right side, you have to probably load it on the right side as well as unload it. So I tend to learn a lot of, I don't do that as much anymore as I used to. Before I was hopeless. I was like, learn everything about something, be it politics or whatever it was. That didn't really matter. Nowadays I don't do that as much. Mostly because I don't have time since I got kids. And kids are a really good way of helping you to not be so rigid. Can't be rigid and have kids. It doesn't really work. You can be consequent. I don't get me wrong. I don't mind being consequent unless it's in sort of too much. But so I think I should get one more tree for me. I don't. You can't be really rigid when you have kids. Well, you can be, but I don't think that's healthy for the kids. I met this woman at work the other day as part of my work, who asked me for like a handbook on how to raise kids, and I was like, "There's no such thing. Kids are different. Some kids need a lot of different stuff, and some kids go turn the wrong way there, and some kids do need a lot of other stuff. Some kids need a lot of consequences. Some kids don't need consequences at all. Some kids need, and the thing is, you can't really say when to use what. But she wanted like a handbook. Someone has to tell me how to raise my kids, how to be a parent. I was like, there's no such thing. You can talk about what to do and not to do, but kids will always be different, and situations will always be different, and you will be different. Sometimes you will find it important to do one thing, and another time another thing. So and that will change over time, over situations, everything. So I tried to explain to her there's no such thing. You can't, like, being parent will always be a hard and difficult things to do, and always have to do with choices you make. She didn't really understand me, fortunately, but that's the way it is. Okay, so now I have a big load of lumber again. Let's take this down to let's take this down ourselves. Actually, I did set up a Courseplay route to do this, because it was a little bit boring. I'm gonna drive it, but I did set up a Courseplay route here. I think on the next episode we're gonna focus. I'm gonna go and actually get all the wood chips out of the sawmill and bring them and sell those at what do you call it? Oh, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. The wood place we sell wood chips. Wood chips are turned into heating plant. Sorry, heating plant. Sorry, I lost the word there. It's like, what is it called now again? It's like woody something woods. Wood. It's like heating plant. Heating. I turn into heat. I'm gonna go and do that next time. I don't think I fill any manure into the container, so we can use the container. We can just put it on the truck and then bring the wheel loader back with us. Well, to drive twice. Bring that to the mill, and then we can do fill up the container, and then go sell that. Emptying this and selling lumber is quite easy compared to the other one. You just drive over the square and then it gets sold. I'm gonna show you that in a second. Almost there. So if you find lumber, if you find boring, if you find harvesting fun, or but harvesting lumber but not actually transporting it, this forwarder is a great addition. And there's there's a bunch of trailers which have autoload function, and that's really good. But I do believe the longer the pieces of wood you have, the more money you get. So this is sort of because this forward only holds 4 or 5 meters. So it's not the best if you want to make a lot of money. You will have use a truck that has a long trailer that is longer. So simply just drive over here and it gets sold. So that's good. We got 14 or 13 grand or something. You get paid for the individual logs, so you can't really see how much you got. We got a little bit, some money. So I'm gonna take this back up to the forest and let it be there. So next time, wood chips. Yeah, unless I forget. I might forget until next time, but I'll try to remember that I'm gonna go get the wood chips out of there. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. Till next time, I'm Andy. This has been the Let's Play on the Skogstorp map for Farming Simulator 17. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share. So have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.